Be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Regular. 49, got it.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Check me out. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Off. 58 is the mic. 58.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing. Mayfield steps away. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Kings. 49.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A toss play to Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Big
run.
We got to step it up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the 39, Mayfield flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert, 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 alert.
49, guys. Mike, 40.
Go.
Get that quarterback.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 99.
Kings. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Delta.
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about music.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens 13.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Ricky.
Bravo.
49. Got it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, the quick slant caught. 11 yards there, 1st down.
To Kareem Hunt. 1st and goal, Cleveland.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
I'm going to come back to you.
What's that?
49.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to Chubb. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And again, it's Chubb. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over
We
1st
got
and
this.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
39-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 58.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Double dog. That's the way.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You've mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.